More of night 3 of Child of the 70s.
Yes.
Prisoner of Second Avenue.
This.
Star of stage and screen, Mario Cantone. I don't introduce you enough.
I know.
I just want to make sure people know it's a very big deal to have you here.
Well, it's a big deal. It's a bigger deal that I'm here.
That's true.
Period. With you. Can't you just like...
Thank you.
Have to agree. Just say thank you. You have to agree with it. It ruins the whole moment. Anyway, Prisoner Second Avenue is a Neil Simon play that was originally on Broadway, directed by Mike Nichols, the play.
Yeah, right.
Melvin Frank directed the movie.
Peter Falk, Lee Grant.
Yes, they did it originally. It's one of my favorite Neil Simon plays.
It's clearly, both these parts are meaty.
Oh.
Right? Jack Lemmon and Anne Bancroft, they're married. Things are tough at Lemmon's. I guess he's an advertising agency, and they're laying people off, and he loses his job. So you really think the movie is about him, but it's really just as much about her.
Oh, absolutely. It's about them.
Yeah,
It's about their relationship, and it's it's the grim 70s in New York City, and they're New Yorkers, and the city's falling apart. Their life is falling apart. It's so relevant today about New York City, and I'm not dissing my city because I couldn't live anywhere else. I love New York City. I'll stay with it through thick and thin. And that's what this is about. It's about, he even says, I don't want to live somewhere else. I want to live here.
Right.
I'll stay here.
There's a moment in the film where they all acknowledge that it's 1975 in New York. It's horrible.
Yep.
Right? It's hot, and the air conditioning doesn't work, and the water breaks, and the elevators don't work, and it smells like trash everywhere. And they have a chance to go live in the country like where his brother does.
Yep.
Right? And he's like, yeah, I know all these things are true. I agree. It's horrible. I'm not leaving. This is my city.
That's right.
Yeah.
Also, the life in the city and losing his job, it definitely has an effect on him eventually. There's a whole arc to it, but it's very funny, very moving, and it's a great, and it's opened up really well by Neil Simon, who wrote the screenplay.
Yeah, he adapted his own.
Because it's a one-piece set
Frank
in the play.
Melvin Frank, who's multiple Oscar nominations, wrote Mr. Blandings Builds His Dream House with Norman Panama. They were Bob Hope gag writers. Really successful career as a writer, and a pretty successful career as a director too. White Christmas is their movie.
He did a great job with this.
Yeah, and we should point out that Jack Lemmon and Anne Bancroft, they're as good as they ever are, and they're always great. And
Lemmon is like the hills and valleys that he gives in this performance, and Anne Bancroft is so loving, and then she has her craziness too.
But she's so funny as his straight man.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
one of my favorite movies is a movie she directed and she was in called Fatso with Dom DeLuise. It's a great movie.
Yeah. Mel Brooks, not surprisingly, loves Fatso. He wants everybody to see Fatso.
Oh, it's a great movie. And it's
so... You don't know, Mel and Anne were married.
Married, yes. And it's a great movie about Italian Americans in New York City, which is a comedy, which is a rare thing.
But when we get a visit from Jack Lemmon's brother and 2 sisters come to the house because he's had some sort of nervous breakdown, and it's about helping him. How is his family going to help him? To me, that is like the most New York conversation. Everybody sounds like my wife's family.
I love that they do some scenes at his brother's house and outside the apartment.
There's stuff on the street. And even the effective use of the balcony. The balcony is a big part of the movie. And even when they go outside on the balcony, it adds a little something to it because then we get to see the city.
Yeah, that's the other thing about Neil Simon. He knew how to open up his plays.
Yeah.
Where to choose. He's the one that basically made the choices of where to place this scene out here at the brother's place or out on the street. He was so smart because he knew both things. He knew film, he knew theater. He was really, truly one of the greats. And he's not done that much anymore. And he's one of my favorite writers.
I suspect that he was asked this, but if I'd had the chance to interview Neil Simon, I would have been very curious when he's writing a play, as things moved along and he started seeing them be made into movies, if he was simultaneously thinking, oh, you know what would be good? This scene could be moved here. This could be opened up here. Yeah. I'm not writing that now, but I got it in my head. Like he was aware of it as he would write the play.
And we were talking about Out of Towners, which is another play. That wasn't a play. He wrote that
one
for
the
film.
Screen.
So he knew how to do that too. He really knew what he was doing.
All right, let's take a look at the film. Here it is from 1975. Screenplay by Neil Simon, directed by Melvin Frank, Jack Lemmon, and Bancroft, The Prisoner of Second Avenue. So, back with Mario Cantone, my pal.
I'm back with Ben Mankiewicz, my pal.
Mario has programmed 4 Friday nights this month, Child of the 70s, movies that meant something to you during the 1970s as you were coming of age.
Yes, and
blossoming as a young man.
I was blossoming, and this movie had an effect on me because when I watched Anne Bancroft, and she was an Italian American woman and so familiar to me as like a family member, like my aunts and my cousins. So whether they were Jewish or Italian, that ethnicity, that passion, how they talk to each other, how they could yell at each other and they were actually just talking to each other. All that stuff was so familiar to me. And I think Neil Simon knew how to write that, and then he knew how to cast it. And this film had the perfect cast. Yes. So I just...
The sisters have been a long time. Oh. How long has it been? Since 9 years. 9 years.
And she just keeps reminding her.
God, I loved it. I love this movie so much. And I'd forgotten. I'd only seen it, I think, one time and many years ago. And I laughed from start to finish. Now, many things we didn't discuss in the intro, which is good. Sylvester
Stallone.
Come on.
And the fact that she goes, when he hands it, goes, Mel, that's not your wallet. You mugged a guy. I mean, it's hilarious. You left your wallet
on the dresser. Yeah.
His breakdown is so well played. And then how he slowly, the medication, and then how he slowly kind of just comes out of it. And then she goes nuts.
My mouth is dry because of the medication. Yeah. But I'm very relaxed.
And the neighbors, my favorite moment is, where you gotta get the water? She is, God, she's hilariously funny. And also, was from the theater and just knew her stuff. Her timing was...
You mean Anne Bancroft?
Anne Bancroft. Yeah. Her timing was...
Her timing's the best. Because Neil Simon wrote those lines, but Anne Bancroft knows exactly how to say them. Exactly. Every single thing. She's so gifted, so funny. I mean, no wonder that she when she could have picked any man in the world, that she fell in love with Mel Brooks. She fell in love with funny. She's funny.
I did the workshop of the producers, the Broadway show. I didn't do the show, but I did the workshop, and that's when I met Anne Bancroft, who used to watch me on The View and really liked me. And I remember she was very sweet, and it was such a thrill to meet her. And I remember making her, Italians during Easter make pizza rustica, or the Napolitans called it, from Naples, we called it pizzagena, which means full pizza. So what is full pizza? It's like a pizza crust with ricotta cheese and chopped meat in it. And
can you say ricotta again?
Ricotta. And so I went up to her and I had a piece. It was during Easter that we had done the workshop. And I went up to her, I went, Anne, do you know what pizzagena is? She went, of course I do. And I went, I made you. She was like, you made me pizzagena? I said, yeah. She goes, oh my God. So Mel told me later on, she goes, we ate a little piece every day. And then I saw her again a few times at the opening of the producers. And she was this thing to me that I never thought I'd ever meet in my life. And I got to meet her. And she was a thrill.
Mario,
yes?
Thank you. Thanks for picking Prisoner Second Avenue, reintroducing it to me.
I'm glad you like this movie. I really am.
Oh, I don't like it. I love it.
I love it too.
Mario is done for the night, but you will be back next Friday.
I will be back next Friday, and you're on your own for the third one once again.
Which you also programmed.
I did program this, Harold and Maude.
Yeah, Hal Ashby, I think his second film, 1971.
With Bud Cort and Ruth Gordon. She's hilarious in this.
Yeah.
And then she's incredible in Rosemary's Baby, and I love when she won the Oscar for that, and she said, I can't tell you how encouraging this is for me, because she was, it's a little late. Yeah, but and what a great screenwriter she was, too, with her husband, Garson Kanin.
Yeah, crazy that was her career.
Yeah, that was her career.
Yeah, so you wonder how many times Ruth Gordon was watching somebody do the part she'd written and thinking, I could nail this. Yeah, I could knock this out of the park. Yeah.
And it wasn't really till Rosemary's Baby that she came to people's attention as an actor, and then she won have the pudding, Rosemary. Eat the pudding. This is a fun movie. Bud Cort's great in it, and it's a really fun film.
All right, from 1971, Harold and Maude coming up next on TCM. Thank you, Mario.
You're welcome, Ben.
Next on TCM, Harold and Maude, then Shaft, and later The Ritz. TCM is where fashion sits tonight.